Hi, I'm Mark Hopkins and this is Jules from Xpos, and today we are getting right into it and talking to you about why you really need an Epos system.
Yes, we are. So, when you're developing your skills as a PGA professional, retail might seem like the dull part of the job. You're probably thinking that you'd rather be playing or teaching golf, and that's understandable. But it's worth remembering that done right, retail can be a fantastic money making engine and can give you a great standard of living. With the right tools, you'll soon find that there's a perfect balance between time spent on the business rather than in the business.
Yeah, and we're here to show you why you're much more likely to achieve that if you've got a good Epos system. So, as well as processing sales, a good Epos system should also manage your accounts and provide you with reporting so you can get a picture of your business at any time. But you'll also have many other areas to manage. So your system should also be there to help you with stock management, customers, loyalty, competitions, even selling other channels such as online.
Yeah. And unlike other systems, Xpos was built around the nuances of the golf industry, and the software has been developed to help pros with things like competitions, loyalty, and vouchers. Which is why, over the last 20 years, Xpos has evolved to become the number one solution used by pro shops around the world.
But enough of all that, let's get back to what's most important to you, which is the money. So, Xbox contains a wealth of data that can help you run a better business, and that means you'll make more money. But when you're first starting out, it's important to start simple. So, the two key metrics that you really need to focus on are turnover and margin.
Yeah, that's right. So, turnover is the amount of money that a company makes in a period of time. Businesses are often defined by the size of their turnover in a year, and although this is a useful guide, it isn't everything. Margin, on the other hand, is the profit made on a product or service and is ultimately what will decide how much money you have in your bank account. So let's say the average turnover of a UK pro shop is around £200,000. That's about right. And the average margin is 27%. That would bring in about £54,000 profit. Now let's say your turnover is the same, so £200,000, but your margin is actually 35%. So you'd be making a profit of £70,000. That's an extra £16,000 in your pocket.
So, what have we actually just done there? Well, what we've effectively done is we've said that there are two completely separate clubs that can have exactly the same membership, exactly the same footfall, even types of products in their store, but one site can make £16,000 more than the other. Well, how is that? Actually, it's simply by stocking the right amount of stock in their shop. And this is because the main two reasons that margins are higher in some shops than others are that either A, they have larger margins when they first buy the product, or B, more importantly, they're not discounting as much. And the main reason they're not discounting as much is because they've been smarter with their product when they first purchase it. That means they're buying based on what a system like Xpos tells them rather than on gut feel.
Yeah, 100%. If you make the most of the information in Xpos, you'll find yourself making informed decisions and running a really good business. So this means looking at the right reports on a regular basis and act when you see, for example, if you're carrying too much or too little stock, or if you have slow moving items or brands that just aren't working for you anymore, or where you see your margin struggling on certain products.
Yep, so our advice is always to get your margin right first and then worry about your turnover. Because imagine you've got that extra £16,000 profit thanks to your better buying. You can invest that into improving your turnover to make even more money year on year. Now, increasing turnover, it means activities like focusing on footfall or marketing, looking at why people aren't buying from you and choosing to shop elsewhere. Now, that's really important stuff, but it's also time consuming and it's potentially expensive. However, in order to buy the right amount of stock for your shop and make sure your margins are strong, well, actually, it's just running a couple of reports in Xpos and staying on top of your numbers.
Yeah, so just to recap, there are two key metrics in retail: turnover and margin, and the most important one is margin. Using Xpos enables you to easily keep on top of those metrics and all the metrics that will help you to manage your margin from day one. That means you'll make more money.
And that's it from us. We'll see you soon.